Hi, this is Dan. Welcome to my playthrough for the Week 15 2017 weekly challenge. This is how the standings wrapped up for Week 14. I finished on top with 55.73, even though I didn't actually get to the end because it bugged out. Nukosi finished with 41.54. Nito Kimco with 39.94 also didn't finish, presumably because it bugged out. Datu and Yuxgrin 602 finished in 4th and 5th place with 39.75 and 38.30 respectively. Looks like they actually got through the jump gate. Hachihoshi also bugged out, probably, 33.92. Ebosi 100 actually finished with 29.55. Then we have UC with 27.92, Paper Beetle with 26.61, and Lugia with 25.01. Nice job, everybody. Looks like 28 people played, so that's cool. I haven't really paid attention to total entries on the weeklies, but that's higher than what we generally get with the daily challenges, which I think probably makes sense. You know, if they weren't as buggy as they are right now, I would definitely prefer them. In a lot of ways, I still kind of do, because I'm a much better campaign mode player, I think, and this is a lot closer to campaign mode. Anyway, let's see where we start this week. Okay, starting off with a Government C, the Vishnu, and a whole bunch of stuff we can visit in this system. That's nice. Let's see what kind of drones we have. Tweaky's kind of a badass with 120 hit points. Jeff and Marvin, not so much, but we have a sensor and an interface. That's something anyway. At least it's not a goddamn lure. See my recent daily challenges this week if you want to know what that's about. But yeah, anyway. And let's see what the galaxy looks like, shall we? Okay, we've got 3 systems within 1 jump of us, so cool. And after the Government C, we have a store. We have a Muteki B with 4. Jesus Christ. Oh, and this one has 3 and it's hazardous. This is an old system. Medical C Fatal. Muteki C with 4. So it's tiny ships that are death traps. Infested death traps. Highly infested death traps. All of them. And a Space Station A, which is a good place to look for drones and stuff, but Age 414 and unknown infestation types, probably 3 or 4. That doesn't seem friendly. But we play with what we're dealt. So let's do this. I'm going to try and keep these around 20 minutes. I'll probably visit like 1 or 2 ships per part this time. I mean, I'm not sure anybody's watching anyway, so I'm not sure anybody gives a shit. I may just be doing this for myself. But still. And as has become my practice with the dailies, when I remember to do it, I'm going to move the interface to Tweaky. Beady 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 buck. If you don't know, I just did that. Do a YouTube search for Buck Rogers 25th Century Tweaky. It's a 1980s TV show. It'll make sense then. Anyway, yeah, let's board this hazardous Government C and see how we do. Civic enforcement. That sounds like a euphemism. Okay. Well, we got a propulsion fuel anyway. And we have no starting rooms. That's lovely. Or no open rooms to start with. I suppose what that means is we've got multiple airlocks, so we use our boarding craft as our safe room. I don't like doing that, honestly, but yeah, let's... And there's only 3 other rooms, so each one has an infestation type. Shit. I don't like this. Well, we can always just get it into R1 and then dump it back in the room it came from, right? Unless slime starts encroaching quickly. Let's start with A2. I kind of want to start with R3, but I mean, I don't think there's going to be drones or upgrades on a ship this size. It's just, we're just looking for scrap right now. Hearing anything through there. Okay, it doesn't sound like swarm anyway in R4 or R3, so fuck. I'm guessing that R4 is the slime room, really. And since we don't have anything else we can really do right now in terms of clearing out shit like slime, let's just fucking vent it. Didn't destroy anything in there, probably because there's nothing in there to destroy. Just sucked out the scrap, but oh, there's a vent. Terrific. Okay. Maybe it's slime, leapers, and killer robots. You never know. And vent it again. Don't care what was in there. It was either a leaper or it was swarm, so. And nothing, really? Okay. I suppose slime could have already crept into D3, but Okay, good. Let's make sure we check out the room entirely. We've only picked up one scrap and one propulsion fuel, which is crap. You'd think that even without a terminal, there'd be other crap lying around, but... Okay, slim picking so far, fine. Didn't sound like Swarm, but none of my sensors have come under fire, so it's gotta be Slime, Leaper, and Swarm, I guess. I don't know why I even care, but I'm gonna... Yeah, it doesn't sound like Swarm. Anyway, doesn't matter. We got 2 scrap and a propulsion fuel, which is crap. Muteki B will be profitable because it's actually going to be a relatively decent sized ship, and Muteki's B's and A's often have drones or ship upgrades, which would be nice. Medical C, no. C ships, especially with that many infestation types, aren't worth it, I don't think, especially not this early in a run. The Space Station A is... fuck. Of course, if I go to the Space Station A, then I can only hit one store. I think I'll risk the Muteki B, because then I can hit... well... yeah, then I can hit both stores and maybe not even burn that spare propulsion fuel I have, so let's do it. Let's do that. Don't like to go into a Muteki B that's age 381 with 4 infestation types, but... the learning curve and the unforgivingness curve is set to close to full in the first system in this one, and it has private data banks. Is that what it said? Yeah, well, no way to see it now. Anyway, maybe this one will actually give us a fucking starting room, though. Yeah, it does. Also, very narrow starting room, and a second open room. That was what I meant by starting room, actually. But this has all of the infestation types in it, so... okay, we've got airlocks, though, so let's open up D8 and dock A2. My guess is there's maybe 1 or 2 rooms below R5. There's maybe 1 long corridor below R2 or 2, but I think it's probably like an 8 or 9 room ship. That would be my guess. If we waited long enough? Fuck. No, we're not going to risk draw number 3. This is tense starting conditions, I have to say. Okay, so, well, we have 2 clear rooms at the top. Here's something I was wondering about from the daily challenge today. Because I know broken ship upgrades. Yeah. Can't totally broken ship upgrade. It's been a long time since I tried that, so I didn't really remember how that was going to be. Well, that answers that question. Okay. So I think the thing to do is close all, and then use D18 as my guinea pig. There should also be a terminal on this ship, I would think, somewhere. Whether we can get to it or not is certainly an open question, but, come on. I honestly do not fucking believe you that in an infestation 4 ship that is not that big, that nothing is going to come out of R4. I don't believe it. It's a big room, there might be obstacles, but, yeah, I don't know. Right, and by the door, too. Okay. Nasty. There's a vent. And these are the only airlocks we know of. Shit. That remote power would have been nice if I could have towed it out, too. Well, we have enough to buy something at a shop anyway, if there's anything worth buying. But with the slime starting in the one and only generator room that I can find, well, fuck it. And we've got 3 rooms connected that we found that are open to each other, so if any one of them is the one where the ruptured pipe is now, because that's what that creaking noise means, we've got 3 radiated rooms. Yep, okay. Less than ideal. I have picked up 5 scrap and nothing else in the first 2 ships, which means that I have starting score +5. Lovely. Oh, there's scan. And there's a ship surveyor. Fuck. You know, I want the scan. I do. I'll take the scan. 3 stuns and a sonic are useless, though. I don't know, maybe sonic isn't useless. If you've actually, like, had good experiences using a sonic, or a stun, frankly, and, yeah, let me know in the comments. I never touch either of them, because stun doesn't seem to be good for a whole lot except a temporary delay, and sonic, I don't even know. I think I've had one a couple of times in campaign runs, and turned it on once or twice, but I'm not sure that it did anything. So, anyway. Well, we still have 4 scrap left, so maybe we can find another useful ship upgrade. Gather tow and an empty turret, and no ship upgrades. Well, can't hurt to buy the empty turret. I won't be able to use it right now. Oh, and to gather in a tow that are unbroken. Right, I haven't even got to use the tow yet, but... Okay. And, yeah, we still have our 1 extra propulsion. Kind of want to look at and maybe go to whatever system we're going to go to next, but a little bit hesitant to do that because I have a theory that when you start looking at other systems before you jump into them, bugginess starts to happen. I could be wrong about that, but episode 2 of last week's run was the first time I started to see like the indications that bugs were going to happen, and that was, I think, the first time I started scoping out other systems to see where I wanted to jump to next, because the first episode I was just screwing around in the starting system. I don't know. Well, fuck it. I need to look because I don't have any extra jump fuel yet. One of these is probably going to be chock full of fuel depots, which is to say gas stations, and that might be the place to go to next. So, and if it triggers bugginess, so be it. So this one is Salvage B, very old. Military A, very old. Medical A, very old and really, really infested. Another really infested ship, a military A. Private C with 4 infestations, no thanks. Techie B with 4 infestations. Fuck. This one might be a death march. And a salvage A with 4. Orbital velocity. I read that as dental velocity, which would be an amusing ship name, but it's not that. Anyway, I don't like the looks of that system so much, so let's see about this one. What is that station? It's Space Station B. Muteki C. Private A. Barge B. Lots of infestations, all of them very old. Right. Okay. None of these are looking particularly appealing to me, I'll be honest with you. And I have this scrap, and, you know, aside from buying upgrades, nothing to do with it. Maybe I should have bought that ship surveyor, but I could always come back and do that later, I suppose, if I have the jump fuel for it. Let's see about the Caius system. These are the gas stations. Yes. Space Station C, Space Station D, Space Station B, fuel depot and space station. So not entirely gas stations, but and infestation types 3, 4, 4, 4, 3. Oh man, I think this is probably the place we need to start though, because I think a couple of weeks ago didn't wind up finishing. Actually, not because it bugged out. I mean, it might have started to bug out, but it was because I couldn't find any jump fuel, and I actually ran out of gas, which was sort of unusual. I don't know that that's happened to me before, but I don't know. I think we're done for now. I mean, we're done with the first system for now anyway, and this seems like the place where it makes sense to jump to next. Maybe I start with the fuel depot. I don't know. I will think on this, and in the next episode, we will actually go someplace else and see what we can find. And it's probably going to be the Kaya system. Anyway, um, we're going to see where I stand in terms of leaderboards. Okay, at this point, yeah, I think my starting score must have been 2865 because I didn't gain anything. I got 7 scrap, which is worth 7 points, and I spent 6 of it on upgrades, each of which costs 3 and is worth 3. And the Rizzo seems like he has took a hit. Not surprising, given how nasty these ships are. Anyway, good luck everybody who's playing right now, and good luck to everybody who plays going forward. If you feel like leaving a comment, feel free. I'd love to hear from other people who are playing, and or even if it's just people who don't play but enjoy watching. And yeah, that's all for now. Probably another one of these tomorrow. And yeah, this has been week 15 weekly challenge, part 1, and see you soon with part 2.